BeatStars.com. BeatStars.com.
Shalom, 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 Israel. First, giving honor to the Most High and His Son, Yahushua. Today's class, are you willing to sacrifice / endure for the Lord? Just to piggyback on my previous class here, our reasonable service. But it's a question that we really need to ask ourselves. Are we willing to sacrifice for the Lord, man? Are we willing to endure? Are we willing to let go of the things that's holding us back? Are we willing to let go of the things that's keeping us from fully following Christ? Are we willing to let go of the things, man, that's keeping us tethered to the world? Are we really willing to let go and endure? Go without? Are we willing to endure that chastisement when the Lord is putting us through things and show us we don't need these things in our lives and show us where we can grow and be better? Are we willing to endure? Are we willing to sacrifice these things so we can grow and become one with Christ? Let's get into it. The book of Romans, chapter 15 and verse 4. Read that, bro.
The book of Romans, chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
Again, this is for us to gain that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, for us to be better, for us to take this same information, apply it to our lives, and then pass that information on to our brothers, sisters, our families. Read.
That we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
That we be 10 toes down with the Lord, man. That we be locked in with faith. That we stand strong. But let's get into it. The book of St. Mark, chapter 8, verse 36.
The book of Mark, chapter 8, verse 36. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?
He say, for what profit is it that you continue to be locked in with that old self? That you can continue to be mesmerized by the gaze of the world.
That's
that
right.
You continue to be lost in the sauce. That you continue to be blinded by the glitz and the glam of the death that's awaiting on you without having Christ in your life. What is it? What profit is it going to be for you? What profit is it going to be for your wife? What profit is it going to be for your son, for your daughters, for your family, for your brothers? What profit is there going to be if you don't let yourself be eat up? If you don't let yourself be tossed to and fro?
Bring it out.
What profit? Read.
Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?
What shall he give in exchange for his soul, man? Think about it. How many of our brothers and sisters, man, out here giving their life away for the bag? Out here giving their life away, man, to have status.
That's right.
Best thing smoking. Our sisters out here destroying their bodies, destroying their faces. Out here for some attention.
That's right.
For the glam, for the gram, for the Facebook, for the TikTok.
Teach.
Out here exposing themselves, man. Half naked just for a like.
Bring it out.
Just for a comment. What profit is there? Not realizing that when you have a relationship with a man, it's not going to be a relationship because now he's looking at you as recreational use only.
That's right.
The brother
Teach.
out here trying to shoot for the bag, man, but disregarding the word of the Lord, man, disregarding all of his brothers, disregarding what he needs to do for his family, because now he's locked in on their money. He locked in on the chain, on the money phone.
Bring it out.
Locked in, trying to up the stick on the ops. Bro, all of these things, man, being lost in the world, man. What profit is there? What you gonna give up for your soul? Again, man, our sisters going under the knives, man, just defacing their body.
Bring it out.
As if what the Lord gave you was wrong. As if the way the Lord created you was not his purpose. You got a better thing in mind, huh? You think you can do better. What profit is there? What can you give up? What are you willing to give up?
Bring it out.
Let's go. Hebrews.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 1.
Hold on, let me get there with you, bro.
All right.
Go ahead, read that.
Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight.
Let us lay aside every weight. Read.
And the sin which does so easily beset us.
He say, and the sin that can so easily pull us back into the world. Read.
Bring it out.
And let us run with patience the race that is set before us.
He's saying, let us run with patience. Let us dive headlong into the Lord, man. Let's go of that old man. Let go of the world. Let go of all of these things that's tethering you back from reaching Christ, man. He say, run with patience. That's that faith. That's that endurance.
That's right.
Read.
Looking unto Jesus.
Looking unto Jesus. Looking unto Christ. Looking unto the Lord. Read.
The author and finisher of our faith.
The author and finisher of our faith. Our
right.
power. Our lock-in. Our anchor.
That's right.
Read.
Who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross.
Hold up. He say, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross. He endured all of the name calling. He endured all of the slander. He endured all of the pain. He endured all of the lies. He endured our people, man. turning their back on him.
Bring it out.
He endured it. He took it on joyfully. A willing sacrifice because he understood what was at the end. Read.
Despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God.
Read.
For consider him that endured such contradiction.
Let's say, for consider Christ endured such contradiction. Read.
Of sinners against himself.
Of our brothers and sisters, man, that looked at him as if he was not the way.
Bring it out.
That looked at him as if he was lying. That looked at him as if he was out here faking and shaking. They looked at him with that banana.
Bring it out.
Read.
Lest ye be wearied and faint in your minds.
He say, lest you be weary and faint in your mind. Lest you be amongst those that turn on Christ. Lest you be amongst those that does not want to follow. Lest you be amongst those that have sold their soul for the world.
Bring it out.
Instead of sacrificing that old, letting go of that old, and running to the Lord. Being patient and enduring. Taking it on the chin. Day by day, week by week, hour by hour, minute by minute. Because you understand who got your back. Because you understand what you're doing it for.
That's right.
Because you understand who you were then and who you are trying to be now.
That's right.
Read.
Ye have not yet resisted unto blood, striving against sin.
See, we still have brothers and sisters that have not given in to that blood, man. Have not given in to that blood that was shed for you to have a way out of the world. For you to have a light at the end of the tunnel. For you to have peace in your home. For you to have knowledge to pass on. For you to have wisdom to pass on. For you to have understanding that you can give to your brothers, to your sisters, to your wife, to your son, to your daughter. That you can be a beacon. That you can be a light. That you can be a figure to show the glory of the Lord. Give me Ephesians 6 and 10. Let's see what that patience do, man. Let me see. Read it, bro.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord.
That's that patience that's running your race. Running your race. Be strong in the Lord. Read.
And in the power of his might.
That's that endurance, man. Not giving up. Not looking back. When that stumbling block come, guess what you do? You hurdle it.
That's right.
When the BS come, guess what you do? You hit it with the Heisman.
That's right.
When them lies come, guess what you do? You duck. You block your ears. Because you understand, man. You understand what you sacrifice. You understand what you letting go. And what's at the end. What you running this race for. What you digging deep for. What you thriving for. What you striving for. What you putting all this work in for. Because it's not just for you.
Bring it out.
It's for your family.
That's right.
It's for the ones that's running right next to you, seeking the Lord.
Bring it out.
With that same goal in mind.
That's right.
As soon as one trip, guess what? He got his hand out to pick you up so you can keep running your race.
That's right.
As soon as things get weary, she got her hand out, grabbing you, consoling you, bringing you along. This is how we need to be operating. He say, read it again, bro. Ephesians 6 and verse 10, bro.
Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might.
Be strong, man. Have that faith. Have that faith. Endure. Let go of all of the nonsense. Sacrifice it. Because it ain't doing you no good. It ain't doing nothing but being an anchor, being that millstone tied around your neck.
That's right.
Let's go back to Hebrews, bro. Chapter 12 and start at verse 5.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 5. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord.
He say, despise it not. Despise not the chastening of the Lord, bro. The Lord is taking this out of your life. The Lord is putting you through this for a reason. Are you willing to let it go and see what's on the other side waiting on you? Or are you going to be weak in the knees and succumb? Curse the Lord in your chastening. Your willpower is so weak that you start running back to the things that's been damaging your life that the Lord is trying to take away from you.
Bring it out.
Endure that chastening. Read.
Nor faint when thou art rebuked of him.
He say, bro, be not faint, be not weary, be not weak. Be strong in the Lord and the power of his might.
That's right.
Read.
For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth.
For what, bro?
For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth.
For whom the Lord loveth, bro, he is going to put you through it to show you either you need this in your life or you don't need this in your life. He going to put you through it to show you what you need to cut, all of that fat you need to trim away.
That's right.
That backpack, let it go. Sacrifice that old. Let it go. Run your race. Seek the Lord. Read.
And scourgeth every son whom he receiveth.
Verse 7.
If ye endure chastening, God dealeth with you as with sons.
He said, if you endure that chastening, God dealeth with you as sons, as daughters. Read.
For what son is whom the Father chasteneth not?
So that show you. It show you, bro. A father is going to lay down on and lay down that correction, lay down that understanding because he loves you enough so you don't go out there and get hit on your head. So you don't go out there and get played. So you don't go out there and look stupid. Your father's gonna give you the game. Your mother's gonna give you the game. That's love.
That's right.
When you veer left, when you should have veered right, they're gonna correct you. They're gonna show you your mistake. They're gonna show you what you need to do. This is the Lord. He's showing you what you need to let go.
That's right.
Let go and let God, right?
Jeez.
Sacrifice that. Let go of that anger. Let go of the lies. Let go of the faking and shaking. Let go of the deceit.
That's right.
Let go of the malice.
That's right.
Let go of it. Let go of all that pain. Let go of that old man that continue to have you think that it's only you. Let go of that old woman that think that everybody out to get you. Let go of that old. The Lord is trying to show you a better way. Read.
But if ye be without chastenment, whereof of all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons.
He say, bro, if you don't get that correction and understanding, you're just going to be like all of these other people out here that's fatherless and motherless. They have no guidance. They have no strong foundation. Nobody to give them the game. Nobody to show them where they veer. Because now they got to get out there. They got to take that bump on their head and they got to either learn from it or they got to keep on going with that same bump and get another one in the same place.
Right.
See, he gave us the blueprint. All we had to do was walk in the path. He's showing us all of these bumps, all of these hurdles, all of these obstacles. There is a way around it. You just got to let go and put your faith in the Lord.
That's right.
Put your faith in your sister. Put your faith in your brother that's rocking with you, that's seeking the same thing you are. The betterment of himself, the betterment of herself. Christ. Sacrifice that. Let it go. Let go of the old. Look yourself in the mirror and think, is there things I'm still holding on to that's keeping me from fully serving the Lord?
Bring it out.
Has there been things that didn't happen to me that the Lord was trying to show me that I need to let go? Is there certain people that I've been having in my circle that have not been positive, that have not been speaking life, that have not been doing the things that's Christ-like, and I'm still over here indulging and eating on their bread?
Bring it out.
Let it go. Give me St. Mark, chapter 8, verse 31.
The book of Mark, chapter 8, verse 31.
Let's see how Christ was moving. Read that, bro.
And he began to teach them that the Son of Man must suffer many things and be rejected of the elders and of the chief priests and scribes and be killed, and after 3 days rise again.
See, this is what Christ was going through. This is what he was dealing with. He's sacrificing one of the most precious things, man, for us, for you, for your wife, for your daughter, for your son, for your brother, for your soul. Read.
And he spake that saying openly. And Peter took him and began to rebuke him.
He said Peter took him and began to rebuke what Christ was saying. Rebuke what Christ was letting him know. This is about to happen. These are the things that have to happen for the Lord to do what he need to do. For us to have a chance at renewal of our mind, of our spirit. For us to really serve the Lord. For us to stop following these false idols. For us to let go of that old doctrine that ain't been doing them but sowing seeds of death.
Yeah.
Read.
But when he had turned about and looked on his disciples, he rebuked Peter, saying,
Read.
Get thee behind me, Satan, for thou savorest not the things that be of God.
He say, for thou savorest not the things that be of God, because now you're trying to tell the Lord, bro, to not do what he needs to do for you.
Bring it out.
Being selfish,
That's right.
being ignorant, being blind to the truth. How many of us still operating like Peter right now in this instance? How many of us still holding on, still ain't really saw the work of Christ, still ain't heard his voice, still ain't trying to knock on his door? How many of us still moving like that? How many of us still got that weight on us that we are not willing to trim, not willing to sacrifice? Man, how many of us? He said, get thee behind me, Satan. Read.
But the things that be of men.
See, that's what we doing. We still locked in on the things of men and we not locked in on the Lord. The things above. The things of insight. The things that relieve that weight. That clear that mind. That give that understanding. That give you that joy. That give you that peace. That give you that happiness. The fruits of the Spirit, right?
That's right.
Give me St. Matthew 10 and 38.
The book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 38. And he that taketh not his cross,
and he that does not endure, and he that does not sacrifice, and he that does not stand strong in the Lord and the power of his might, read,
and followeth after me, is not worthy of me.
is what?
Is not worthy of me.
See, man, when the Lord is trying to put you through these things to show you what you don't need in your life, and you're not willing to let it go, you're not willing to take on your cross and be strong, he says, it's not worthy of him.
That's right.
How many of y'all are still showing your unworthiness?
Bring it out.
How many of y'all are still coming up short? How many of y'all still out here shout changing the Lord?
Bring it out.
How many? How many of y'all still shout changing yourself? Your brother, your wife, your son, your daughter, your family. Pick up your cross. Endure. Stand strong in the Lord. Let go of that old. Let go of that old. Be that model for our brothers and sisters out here that's trying to find it, that's trying to seek it, just don't know where to turn. Let you be that beacon. Let you be that light.
That's right.
Read.
He that findeth his life shall lose
He
it.
say, he that findeth his life shall lose it. Read.
And he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it.
So when you're out here in the world, bro, you actually losing your life day in and day out.
That's right.
When you're out here not seeking the Lord, bro, you're losing your life day in and day out. But when you seek Christ, when you endure, when you take on that cross and you strive and you endure, you find in your life. Because the Lord is now making things prevalent for you. He's making things known. He's making things easier. He said, take my yoke upon you. Take my yoke upon you. It's going to make things light for you, bro. That burden is going to be easy.
That's right.
You're going to have that clarity of mind. You're going to be able to think and not be reactive. You're going to be able to speak. You're going to be able to know what to say, when to say, and how to say it. Not to dig yourself in a hole. Not to cause strife amongst brothers and sisters. Not to cause strife amongst in your house. Not to have your soul in turmoil. These are the things that's going to make easy. These are the things that you're going to find when you find the Lord.
Right.
When you seek the Lord. Read it again, bro, verse 39.
He that findeth his life shall lose it.
Read.
And he that loses his life for my sake shall find it.
See, when you sacrifice that life, when you sacrifice that world, bro, you're going to find your actual life. You're going to find your actual joy. You're going to find your actual peace. You're going to find your actual happiness. You're going to find it.
That's right. That's right.
Because again, when things happen, guess what? You'll be able to think your way through. You're not going to be able to worry. You're not going to worry. You're not going to panic because you understand God got you. You understand you have a strong foundation. You understand you have a strong support group of brothers and sisters that seeking the same thing you are. They have the same goal. They're not going to leave you by the wayside because they're running the same race you are.
That's right.
Taking them same steps, them same strides. On that same path. He say, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Those same ones that's walking that same path with you, they're going to adhere to that. So when you falling or when you seem like you're coming up short or like you're losing your leg in the race, guess what? They're going to reach their hand back there. They're going to pull you back to where you need to be because they want somebody to do the same thing for them. Because they understood Christ was doing the same thing for us. Applying that eyesight, removing the veil of lies, destroying the doctrine that has been keeping us in death. Showing us what we need to sacrifice so we can truly take on the Lord. Right? Take on that light. Be that best version of ourselves. He said, when you lose your life, you're going to find it. When you sacrifice those things that's been holding you back, you're going to find it. Because what you going to gain if you continue to lose your life for the world?
Bring it out.
What you got in store for you? What benefits has the world done for you lately? 20-odd years, 30-odd years of living in the world. What has the world done for you? As soon as you change your life over to Christ, you start seeking Him. Brighter days ahead. Clearer mind. Happiness. You see a change.
Bring it out.
You actually see an atmosphere of love and not an atmosphere where you got to look over your shoulder.
That's right.
Where you got to worry if somebody's sneaking and geeking. Let it go. Endure. Let's go back. Hebrews chapter 12. Start at verse 9.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 9. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh, which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live?
See, we was in subjection to the fathers and the idols and all of these things in the world that was leading us down the path of darkness, that was leading us down the path of death. Why not be in subjection unto the Lord and live? Why not sacrifice all of that old BS? Let go of it from the 99 and the 2000s and how many years of BS you done had to endure, how many years of sadness you done had to go through, all of the people that done slighted you, all of the people that done talked about you. Let it go.
That's right.
Because it is not doing anything but continuing to poison your spirit. When you do not forgive that, when you do not let it go, it's killing you. It ain't killing them. It ain't affecting them.
That's right.
It's affecting you. How you go throughout your relationships, how you deal with your with your significant others, how you train your children, how you teach your children, how you speak to other people, how you operate in the world, how you operate around your job, all of the things that you do, the hobbies that you have, the things that you think make you happy, but at the end of the day, when you really look at it, it ain't doing nothing.
Bring it out.
Sacrifice that stuff. Put it in the fire and run in the opposite direction to the Lord. Run your race. Be patient. Be strong. Endure. Take it on the chin because you understand who got you in the end. Read, bro.
For they verily for a few days chasten us after their own pleasure.
After their own pleasures, man. See, our brothers and sisters in the disposition of time, man, the scribes and the Pharisees, man, was just doing them dirty. Not showing them nothing of true worship. Not showing them actually how to worship the Lord, man. It was all for vainglory. Even today, your figureheads now, ones in the churches, man, the ones you see on your TV screen, your actors, your music artists, all of these idols, all of these people that's put as influences, doing the exact same thing.
Bring it out.
Putting more pressure on you that you need to go and get a BBL.
Bring it out.
Putting more pressure on you that you got to go and stunt like your daddy, go and buy the flyest chain and the fastest whips and all of these things that at the end, that's all your focus.
That's right.
To be seen of other men, to be seen of other women. Causing these things, man, just being wicked and vile. Utilizing yourself as an object of sex. Casting your own self aside. Doing your own self dirty for likes, for views, for the bag. Monetary gain. But you have nothing to show for it. For my sisters that's out here, man, that's stuck out here subjecting themselves, man, to every and anything. To being sexualized as objects. Let it go. Because what's gonna happen? When you call yourself trying to have an actual working and thriving relationship with another man, he's not going to look at you as that. He's going to look at you again as recreational use only. A fun girl. My brothers, man, be men. Stop being emotional. Learn how to use your hands. Learn how to actually be functioning in the society, man. Give wisdom. Stop trying to do the same things you see on your social media. The ones that ain't doing nothing but showing you to get a bag. The ones that ain't doing nothing but showing you to waste your resources on things that ain't gonna give you no gain. Not showing you how to build a business. Not showing you how to operate an LLC. Not showing you how to do none of these things. How to have generational wealth. But all they doing is trying to show you how to get the bag and blow the bag. Degrading yourself. Let it go. Sacrifice it. Let it go. Sacrifice it.
That's right.
Read, bro.
But he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness.
See, the Lord, bro, he sacrificed himself for our profit that we may partake in his holiness. Read.
Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit.
He say, after that chastening, man, it yields peaceable fruit. After that chastening, man, you see that weight that you was calling yourself carrying, man, the load is way lighter. You're able to move your shoulders. You're able to bounce. You got that stride. You got that pep in your step. You got that clarity of mind. This is what happens when you endure. This is what happens when you sacrifice that old. Read.
Of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby.
Give me St. Mark, chapter 8, and verse 34.
The book of Mark, chapter 8, verse 34. And when he had called the people unto him, with his disciples also, he said unto them, whosoever will come after me, let him deny himself.
There it is again. Whoso come after me, let him sacrifice himself. Let him let go of that old. Let him let go of all of the BS. Let him let go of all that the old doctrine, that malice, that hatred, the lies, the deceit, the pain. Let it go. Read.
And take up his cross and follow me.
Endure. Strive. Be strong in the Lord and the power of his might.
That's right.
Read.
For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. But whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel's, the same shall save it.
Read that again, Bruce 35. Read it one more time, bro.
For whosoever will save his life shall
He
lose
say,
it.
for whosoever do not want to sacrifice and let go of the old is going to lose it. Read.
But whosoever shall lose his life,
But whosoever sacrifices and let go of that old leaven. Read.
for my sake
For
and
whose
the
sake?
gospel's, my sake and the gospel's.
For Christ's sake and the gospel and the word and the knowledge and the wisdom. The direction.
That's right.
Read.
The same shall save it.
The what?
The same shall save
He
it.
say the same shall save it. When you're endured, that light at the tunnel at the end is going to be such a warm embrace. You start smelling the air, it's so much clearer, way fresher. It's just like when we go to the land, man, after being in the city for so long, you go to the land, man, you breathe in that breath of fresh air. It opens up your pores because you're not out here embracing all of the smog and the filth in the air.
That's right.
Out here being in traffic, being bumper to bumper traffic, breathing in all of the emissions and fumes from the vehicles.
Bring it out.
The cigarette smoke and the weed smoke and everything that's defiling the air all around you.
Teach.
When you endure, when you finally make it to the end, man, it's a breath of fresh air.
That's right.
You breathe it in. That's what happened. When you cut that anchor loose, when you let go of that millstone, when you let go of that old man, you let go of that old woman, when you sacrifice that and you run your race to the Lord, you endure. Because you're going to feel like you shouldn't have gave it up. You're going to feel like, is this really what I should have let go? But when you have faith in the Lord, that's an afterthought. It's an afterthought. Because the Lord is chastening you to show you you don't need this. For my brothers and sisters that's been hooked on the nicotine, man, and you're fiending for the hit, but you got your mind centered on the Lord, bro. He gonna give you the strength to endure another day.
That's right.
For my brothers and sisters, man, that's trying to change their eating habits, trying to wean themselves off of the poison and the GMOs that's been plaguing their body, man. The Lord, bro. You stay diligent. You endure.
That's right.
You're going to see that other day. You're going to see the results. You're going to curve those bad habits. You sacrificing that old because you understand what's at the end of the tunnel. You understand what's at the end of the light. You understand that finish line you got to cross. Give me James chapter 5 and verse 11, bro.
The book of James, chapter 5, verse 11. Behold, we count them happy which endure.
He say, behold, we count them happy which endure. Take their cross upon themselves and they strive. They run their race. They letting go of the old as they running. It's just breaking off of them. Just like Forrest Gump when he was running in the metal braces was falling off his legs.
Bring it out.
Trucking. Enduring. Read.
Ye have heard of the patience of Job,
He said, you have heard of the patience of Job. Read.
and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy.
Man, look at Job as that example, man, of that sacrifice and enduring.
That's right.
See what he came out at the end of it all. He came up.
That's right. That's right.
He came up.
Facts.
Brought from a low estate to the top of the pedestal. Back then, they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me, right?
Bring it out.
Started from the bottom, now we here. All of these that we have, bro, is a reference, bro.
That's right.
Look at Job as that example of that sacrifice, as that example of that endurance, as the example of taking that cross and striding.
That's right. Bring it out.
White fall in your ear. Disregard the Lord. Speak bad on his name. Nah, I'm going to stay strong.
That's right.
It can be done. You have a support group. You're not on your own.
That's right.
Just walk not just by yourself. You got people that's running that race with you.
That's right.
We all striding with you because we all have the same goal. It's beautiful. Read it again, bro, verse 11.
Behold, we count them happy which endure.
We count them happy which endure. We take it on our chin because we understand what's at the end waiting on us. Read.
Ye have heard of the patience of Job.
You seen what our forefathers went through. Read.
And have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy.
He got you. He not going to put you in a situation where you cannot escape.
That's
it's going
right.
to be you that's going to hold yourself back.
That's
It's going
right.
to you that want to continue to put back on that backpack, tie that millstone back around your neck. You add the anchor back around your waist, and you hold yourself back.
Bring it out.
You add obstacle after obstacle, trip after trip, hole after hole, hurdle after hurdle.
That's right.
You, because your lack of faith, because your lack of endurance, because your lack of patience, because you can't take that chastity. See, we talk ourselves out of our own blessings.
That's right.
Because it formulate here before it come out of here. You gotta have that faith. We're gonna get into it. Let's go back. Book of Hebrews, chapter 12, and start at verse 12.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 12. Wherefore lift up the hands which hang down, and the feeble
He
knees,
said, lift up the hands that hang down, them feeble knees, read.
and make straight paths for your
He
feet,
said, and make straight paths for your feet, read.
lest that which is lame be turned out of the
He
way.
said, man, that you be weak and evil, man. You don't endure, man. You get turned out your own path, read.
But let it rather be
He
healed.
said, but let yourself rather be healed. Have your mind centered in on the Lord. Have your mind centered in what I'm letting go. I'm gaining 10 more at the end.
That's right.
Read.
Follow peace with all
He
men,
said, follow peace with all men. Read.
and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord.
Read.
Looking diligently, lest any man fall of the grace of
He
God,
said, looking diligently, lest any man fail of the grace of the Lord. Read.
lest any root of bitterness
Lest
springing.
Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead, bro.
Lest any of that root of bitterness, man, you're talking yourself out of your blessings, man. You're looking at your brother's foul. You still got that hatred in your heart. You still got that malice on your mind. All of this bitterness, all of these weight, all of these anchors, all of these millstones still holding you down.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
That old man still creeping up and talking in your ear. That old woman still creeping up and talking in your ear. Let it go. Cut it away. Read.
Lest any root of bitterness springing up trouble you, and thereby many be defiled.
He's saying, thereby many take on the way of the world. Sacrifice they soul for the world.
That's right.
Monetary gain.
That's right.
Destroying themselves in the end. Walking the path of death and destruction. Walking the path of sorrow. Walking the path of lamentations. Walking the path that you got to constantly look over your shoulder.
Bring it out.
That's that bitterness, man. That's that root. That self-doubt. That lack of faith. The one that can't endure, can't take it on the chin and look past the now and look for what's to become. The one that can't let go of the past and move forward. Give me 1 Corinthians 10 and start at verse 12.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 12. Wherefore let him that thinketh he standeth take heed lest he fall.
There it is again. Take heed. Take heed. Have your mind centered in on the Lord. Stand strong in the Lord and the power of his might. Read.
There hath no temptation taken you but such as is common to man. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able.
See, the Lord, bro, he chastening you. He's showing you these things are the things that you don't need in your life. He's trying to give you clarity. He's trying to show you the next step forward. He's not going to put you in a compromising position where you cannot get out of. Read.
But will with the temptation also make a way to escape.
Make a what, bro?
A way to escape.
He's showing you the exit. He's showing you where the light is. All you got to do is keep your feet stayed on the path and moving forward. Don't turn around. Don't look back. Don't take steps back. Continue to strive forward.
Right.
And when you fall, guess what? You pick yourself up. Your brother got his hand underneath your arm. He lifting you up. He bearing that burden. He bearing that weight. He shouldering it with you. Because we all have the same goal. We all looking for that same light at the end of the tunnel. We all making the same sacrifice. Let go of the old bitterness. Let go of that old liar. Let go of the rowdiness. The one that always want to get into an altercation. The one that can't see straight. The one that's always reactive and not thinking.
Jeez.
That spiritual growth. That spiritual maturity. That physical growth. That physical maturity. These are the things waiting on you. A better version of yourself. One you can actually be proud of. One you can actually be like, I want my son to follow after this. I want my daughter to follow after this. Somebody that can be proud that the example that he left, the things that he paying for, he's making it easier for his brother. He's making it easier for his family. Because he done already endured that walk and he know what's in store so he can get in the game to avoid all of those obstacles. Read it again, bro, from the top, verse 13.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 13. There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape.
Make that way out. Read.
That ye may be able to bear it.
That you can handle it. That you can endure it. Everything he's putting you through, everything he's showing you, you are well within your ability to endure it.
That's right.
You are well within your ability to shoulder it. To stand 10 toes, to be firm with it.
That's right.
Because the Lord understands your limit. He understands the creation that he made. It's you that trip your own self. It's you that tied your own shoelaces together and keep you from walking. It's you that's holding yourself back. It's you.
That's right.
Right here. Because you don't want to let go. You want to continue to hold on to all of these things that ain't doing nothing but damaging you. Your mind, body, and spirit. All of these things that's keeping you from being the best version of yourself. That's you. The Lord said, bro, He not going to put you through no situation where you ain't got no way to escape. He not going to put you through no situation where you cannot bear it.
That's right.
Everybody right now walking with their max. Because the Lord know exactly what to add on. He know exactly what to give you. He know exactly what you need in your walk to show you that you can do it. To show you that you can endure. To show you what you don't need. To show you what fat to trim away. To show you what's holding you back from your spiritual growth. To show you what's holding you. This is how we become better. So again, are you willing to sacrifice / endure for the Lord? For yourself. For the ones you call your brothers. For the ones you call your sisters. For the one you call your wife, your husband, your son, your daughter. Are you willing to do it? Let's go back. In fact, jump over to Ephesians 6 and 10. Let's go back. Ephesians 6 and 10. Let's read that again, bro.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 10.
Read.
Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might.
Because again, he said he's not going to put you through no situation where you cannot escape. He's not going to put no more on you than you can bear. Be strong in the Lord. Stand strong in the power of his might. Man, endure it. Because it is well within your power. It is well within your means to do so. Talk ourselves right out of the things that we need the most. You see it time and time again. You've done it to yourself. Because I know for sure I done talked myself out of a lot of things that would have been way easier for myself. But again,
True.
it's growth.
Teach.
You see the mistakes. The Lord showing you.
Teach.
Talked yourself out of things and talked yourself into situations that could have been easily avoided.
That's right.
Be strong, man. Let's go back. Hebrews chapter 12. Start at verse 16.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau.
He said, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau. That same spirit, that unfaithful spirit, that same spirit that does not want to let go and let God. Read.
Who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected.
He was rejected because he did not want to sacrifice for the Lord. He sacrificed for the world. He didn't want to let go and take on the inheritance of the Lord. He wanted to take on the inheritance of the world. That's that same spirit that today, right now, the ones in the truth, with your fringes on, with your dresses on, with your head wraps, this is the same spirit that we are still combating today. Because we still holding on to things. We still looking at our brothers sideways. We still acting outside of the spirit. We still not following Christ. We still not speaking life unto brothers and sisters. We still don't have a good example to show unto the people. All we showing them is madness. All we showing them is hatred. All we showing them is anger. All we showing them is strife. All we showing them is lies. That's that same spirit of Esau. That's why the Lord said, bro, he hate Esau and love Jacob. He hate that spirit because that spirit don't do nothing but breed death, but breed confusion, but breed heartache, but breed pain.
That's right. Yeah.
The spirit of Jacob, bro, is the one that sacrificed unto the Lord and gained what he need. That spirit of Jacob, bro, is just like Job. Endure.
Teach.
Be strong.
Teach.
The ones that have faith. That what's being given up, that what's being endured, that's what's letting go, being let go. At the end, bro, it's going to be brighter days. At the end, it's going to be clarity. At the end, it's going to be happiness. At the end, it's going to be tenfold more in abundance. Read it again, bro, verse 16.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
Hold up. Let me go back. Mark. Let me go back. Read verse 16 again, bro.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
See, this is why when you read Mark verse 8, chapter 8, verse 36, it say, for what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the world and lose his own soul for that one morsel of meat? For the likes and the comments on the Instagram. For the like and the shares on the YouTube and the Facebook. For one morsel of meat. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? That's that spirit of Esau. Sacrificing unto the world. Monetary gain. And not realizing he has a whole treasure trove in his spirit waiting on him.
That's right.
Read verse 17, bro.
For ye know that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. For he found no place of repentance. Though he sought it carefully with tears.
That's that lack of faith. It's that lack of faith. But we're going to get into it. Let's go. Give me Romans. Chapter 14, verse 22.
The book of Romans, chapter 14, verse 22.
Read.
Hast thou faith? Have it to thyself before God.
Mm-hmm.
Happy is he that condemneth not himself in that thing which he alloweth.
He say, happy is he that does not sacrifice unto the world to gain nothing in the end. Read.
And he that doubteth is damned if he eat.
He saying, he that doubteth is damned if he eat. Read.
Because he eateth not of faith.
Because he what, bro?
Eateth not of faith.
For that one morsel of meat, you sacrificed everything to the world, unto the flesh, unto the vile, defiled fruits. No faith in the Lord. Not standing strong. Not standing strong in the power of his might. Read.
For whatsoever is not of faith is sin.
Is what, bro?
Is sin.
So whatsoever is not of faith is sin, bro. You're already putting yourself 17,000 paces behind the starting block.
That's right.
You're already shortchanging yourself from the beginning, from the start, from the jump. Because you're not letting go of that old self. You're not letting go of that old thought process. You're following in that wicked spirit. You modeling your spirit after Esau. For whatsoever is not of faith, bro, is in sin, bro. Let's go back. St. Mark, chapter 8, and verse 38.
The book of Mark, chapter 8, verse 38. Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed.
So it's those, brother, that have no faith. It's those that don't look towards the Lord. It's those that shun the Lord. It's those that want to let go and let God take over. It's those that don't want to run their race to the Lord. It's those that want to continue to hold on to the world. Showing yourself ashamed of the Lord.
Bring it out.
Showing yourself ashamed to be happy. Showing yourself ashamed to be the best version of yourself. Showing yourself to be selfish. Showing yourself to be vile. It's showing yourself to have the spirit of Esau. Read it again, bro. Verse 38.
Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed.
Read.
When he cometh in the glory of his Father with the holy angels.
Give me Hebrews chapter 12 in verse 28. We coming to a close, Israel.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 28. Wherefore we receiving a kingdom which cannot be moved, let us have grace.
Let us have grace. He said, wherefore we are receiving a kingdom which cannot be moved if we stay firm in the faith. We stand strong in the Lord and the power of his might. We endure that chastening, man, and we sacrifice that old man. We sacrifice that old thought process. We let go of all of these evil and defiled fruits and grab onto the Lord and run our race. Read.
Whereby we may serve God acceptably with reverence and godly fear.
He said that we may serve the Lord acceptably. That you love your brother as you love yourself.
That's right.
That you do away with that old man. That you do away with that old woman. That you no longer bringing up the past. That you no longer holding grudges. That you no longer poisoning yourself with the past. You are now on your way to healing.
Teach.
Give me Proverbs 3 and 5 and we out.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart.
What we need to do, bro?
Trust in the Lord with all thine heart.
Read.
And lean not unto thine own understanding.
Do not let that old man, do not let that old woman talk you out of your blessings.
Bring it out.
Read.
In all thy ways acknowledge him.
In all thy ways endure. In all thy ways have faith. In all thy ways stand strong. Read.
And he shall direct thy path.
And he gonna do what, bro?
Direct thy path.
He gonna show you a way out. He gonna give you a way to escape. He gonna show you that you can bear it. Read.
Be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil.
Bro, let it go and let the Lord take over, man. Run your race.
That's right.
Run your race. Sacrifice all of that old BS, man. Let it go. Cut it away. Trim the fat. Seek the Lord, man, and do better. Be better. See better. Hear better. Think better. Speak better. The best version of yourself. Endure it. You got a support system. You got somebody rocking with you. You got somebody that you can lean on, and that's the Lord and your brothers and sisters. And on that, we say shalom.